Ecosystem Dynamics, Next Generation Science Standard, Life Science 2C, Ecosystem Dynamics, Functioning and Resilience, Grade 5. What was in the holdfast that we investigated? We used magnifying glasses. We looked at some of the organisms under a microscope. What sorts of things did we find? Some grass, some sand, some slugs, and a few microorganisms such as plankton. What purpose does that holdfast serve? Now, many of you had a lot of different ideas on what the purpose is of that holdfast because it is not like a root of a tree. It's a little different. The holdfast holds the seaweed in place on the ocean floor. It provides shelter for animals and food for animals as well. And what about the floating leaves that we investigated? The leaves that have the float on them that's filled with gas. What purpose does that serve? The floats enable the plant to access the sunlight and grow and produce food. The blades move with the current, which provides the plant with nutrients. The stipe will give it structure, much like the stem of a plant, and the holdfast holds everything in place. It's all part of an ecosystem. An ecosystem is a community of living and non-living things interacting with each other. It has a community of plants, of animals. It's a place to live. What living and non-living things do we interact with? We interact with people. Think about our yards, parks, pets, and wild birds. In our houses, are there insects? What do we eat and throw away? What about the trees, the weeds, and the flowers? The kelp forest ecosystem. The kelp forest have a greater variety of plants and animals than almost any other ocean community. Many organisms use the thick blades as a safe shelter for their young, to guard them from predators or even storms. Many mammals and birds use the kelp forest for protection and feeding. The kelp forest is tiered like a rainforest with a canopy and layers below. The Pacific Ocean has giant kelp and bull kelp. The interaction of organisms within the kelp forest include the food web, at the bottom of which is the kelp and algae. Then we have filter feeders and small fish, abalones, urchins, crustaceans, larger fish, and mammals like sea otters. What if the holdfast did not hold? What would happen to the ecosystem? Think of our own ecosystem without trees. How would it affect shelter, other organisms, food, our weather,